Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Around South Jersey. My special guest tonight is the Cumberland County Director of the Board of Chosen Commissioners. Used to be Jim and I were freeholders.
We were freeholders.
Yeah,
there you go.
Is Jim Sauro, good friend of mine, and is the Director of the Cumberland County Board of Commissioners. And that was, Jim, what was that changed 2 or 3 years ago, I guess? Now?
Yeah. Let's see. Well, I know definitely when I left the board, it was freeholders. Yeah. Okay. I think 2 years later, that's when Governor Murphy made the decision to change it from freeholder to commissioner. So it's
yeah. Well, I mean, truthfully.
And a lot of people still say freeholder.
Yeah, well, after all those hundreds of years saying that. Yeah. But most counties in the state of or not just the state of New Jersey, they were freeholders. But throughout the country, everybody's county commissioner.
Yeah.
Because when I would travel somewhere, I'd say that they'd look at me, I'm a county freeholder. What is a freeholder? So that made sense, I think, in that aspect.
Most people don't even know how they came up with freeholder.
It's, Jimmy, I read something about it. It had to be a man who owned land free and clear.
That's it. That's exactly it. He was a freeholder of land.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And if you were a freeholder of land, then you were allowed to represent and be in office.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
It was different, but anyway. But so
Old English.
Yes, that's it.
That's what it was. Old English.
So lots of things. I mean, if you get a chance, folks, be sure to watch the county commission meeting. It's on live on YouTube, Facebook, and Channel 22, and it's the second and fourth Tuesday of each month at 6 o'clock, and you'll see the director. And Jim, I got to tell you, I like the people. I was telling Joe Condo, in fact, Tori and I were on before the election, and we were talking about the candidates and all that stuff. And I said this sincerely, I liked all 6 of them. I really did. They're good people. And Bob Ostino got elected again in this position. And Tony Romero, I've known for much of my life. He was very helpful in my cable television system back in the 1980s. And, they were just good people. And Celeste and Tori is super. I mean, I guess the point I'm making is you've got such a good group with Tori and with you, Sandy Taylor, and your deputy director,
Art Marchand, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's really good to see it. And, Tony and Doug are there, and Bob Ostino.
Right.
So, but the nice thing is you have the experience, and that's why I'm so glad that they chose you to be the director, because how many years total have you put in the county?
8 years so far. It's
okay.
It was 8 years, 8 or 9 years.
Well, you were director for 1 year, right?
I was a director in 2002. Okay, and in fact, I was actually the first Republican director in a little over 30 years.
That's right. Yeah,
okay?
I'm sure. Yeah,
and it was a learning experience. I mean, let's face it. When you're put into position, I was on the board 2 years, and then I became director. And luckily, I had a very good business administrator. David Gray was the.
I had David when I was director.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
David Gray was there for many years, and he was a very smart, intelligent man. He guided me in a lot of different things. When you have a real good business administrator, and I think you already know this.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you have a good business administrator, it just makes things so much easier. And he would come in and we would discuss stuff. I'd go to the office. At the time, I had my own business, so it was easier for me to get away and go into the administration office. And we would talk. We would talk about a lot of different things. And he was very instrumental in helping me out. Now, at the time, Ken McCouch, you remember Ken, right?
He was my business administrator also later on.
Later on, when David retired, Ken McCouch became the BA.
And a great selection.
He was our purchasing agent.
Yeah, that's Jimmy. I remember in 1982 I got elected, and he was a young kid, and he was the purchasing agent then. Chuck Fisher brought him on, knew him, but another good guy.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, those two gentlemen were extremely good at what they did. And again, it really did. It made it a lot easier for me.
Yeah.
Now, this year, becoming director, it was it was a little scary only because at the time we didn't have a business administrator. But Hal Johnson, who was the BA,
Right, yeah.
he had an operation, so
Right.
it was back and forth. He came through and he was okay. But I think he wanted to take a rest, and
Yeah,
he stepped down. So I wasn't sure if I was going to have a business administrator when then this was in December, and then our CFO, his name was Jeff Ridgway. He left and went to Salem.
Wow.
So here I am looking. I'm going, I guess,
Wow.
okay, let's see. We don't have a CFO. We don't have a BA. I'm taking over in January, and I'm going, okay, that's. I'm shaking my head because it was like deja vu all over again. Because when I became director in '02, I didn't have a CFO in '02.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Jerry
That's
Sineski
right,
had
he
left the
left,
year
yeah.
before.
Oh.
He was our CFO.
Right.
He had left the year before, and that in May. And when I became director, there was no CFO. I hired a woman named Marcy Shepard.
Oh, I love Marcy.
Let me
Super
tell you
lady.
something.
Wasn't she
Let me tell you,
wonderful?
she was awesome.
Yeah, very
Okay,
good person.
and it was really for the county to lose her. It was definitely
Yeah.
it was bad. She was fabulous. Here at the time when I hired her, she didn't have her CFO license. So, but she was smart. She was really smart. I had a lot of respect for her. And what happened was she was finishing school.
Oh, okay.
Is what
Gotcha.
it was, I
Right.
think. So she finally got her CFO license. But it was to me, it was a big mistake for the county to lose her. They should have never lost her. She was just fabulous at what she did. She came up with some really good ideas. I have a lot of respect for Marcy. I think she went to
She
work
did
for
Millville.
Millville.
Yeah, I had
right?
her when I was mayor. Yep.
And then I don't know
Super
what
lady.
happened till after that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if.
I
just
actually think
recently-
she retired now.
Yeah, I think she has, Jim. Yeah, I don't have very much to do with Millville.
In fact, believe it or not, I had our HR department try to find her.
Well, that would be wonderful if you could. But
No, I did. I tried
Yeah,
to find her.
that's smart.
I says, you think we can find her and maybe ask her if she wanted to come back? She said, I don't think she's going to want to come back. I think she retired. So I says, okay, well, we'll figure it out. But no, yeah, I did. But what we did was we hired a firm to, I guess you call them a headhunter, a professional firm to try to find somebody. And they did a lot of emails and texting and all this other stuff and advertised. And we got 10 individuals. But out of the 10, there was only 3 that actually had the qualifications, that had all the certifications to be a CFO. The gentleman that we settled on, his name is Chris Hart. He's from North Jersey. And we interviewed him, and I told you before the show, he is the exact opposite of me. Okay. And
those accounting people are, Jimmy. Let's face it. They're all numbers.
Well, the thing
You're
is,
great with people. They're good with
the
numbers.
thing is, he's calm. Okay. He's forward. I mean, he doesn't pull any punches. I'll tell you, what it is. But he's calm and he's quiet to a certain degree, and he has great direction though. He's straightforward. He sees something and he goes after it. He's come up already with a lot of ideas, and I think there's going to be more to come. We're happy. I'm happy. I'm very happy that we have him.
Yeah.
Okay, I think he's going to be a great match for the county, and he's moving down here.
That's great.
Okay, he's looking for a house right now, so he's moving down. He's going to move into the county. He's very serious about it. We had a meeting last night, and it was we were there till 7 o'clock, 7:15 last night at the administration building, going over the budget. And he's come up with a lot of ideas, and I'm thinking this is pretty wild.
Yeah, it's good.
There were just one. I had never heard of it. In as many years as I've been in with the county, there's some kind of fund that you can put together. You need a resolution from. I hope I explain it properly. You need a resolution, and you submit it to the state. They have to sign off on it. And it's a fund that has to do with weather or any kind of disaster. And you know that if you don't use the money, all monies go back into the general fund.
Right.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then you reallocate it.
Right.
All right. But you lose that money.
Right.
Well, when you apply to the state and they sign off on it, what you're doing now is, let's say you have a couple of years where it doesn't snow, all right?
Yeah.
And that you don't use a lot of money for the salt. So you're allowed to take that money and put it in this fund.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Gotcha.
Now, you keep doing that. Let's say this goes on for a couple of years. Now you get the year where floods or snow or whatever. It doesn't impact your budget because you're taking that money out.
That's super.
Okay?
You're stockpiling.
And I'll tell you, and I said to him, I said, well, he goes, is it legal? He said, sure, it's legal. But I guess the reason why I said that first I was joking around, but the point I was getting, I had never heard it. Mm-hmm. Because I was always told that if you don't use the money, it goes back to general fund. In other words, you couldn't categorize. That was one of the things that when I first met Jerry Sineski, I was talking to him, and I would ask him 1,000 questions. And I said to him, why can't we just have a person, if they don't use their money, keep it in their their budget,
right.
okay?
Yeah.
And then, just have another budget. He said, well, you're trying to run it like a
business.
A pure business. Yeah. And he says, you can't. There's laws that say you have to take all that money, put it back into the general fund, and reallocate it. I said, okay, well, whatever. But this is why you have to send it off to the state. They have to
I see.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that was one of the ideas we were talking about. And we were talking about other things, moving things around. And
it's good, Jim, to get a fresh set of eyes on it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
With the experience.
He also, let's face it, he worked in a county up in North Jersey that a lot more money was involved.
Yeah.
He got more experience, and I think he's just going to be a great fit in Cumberland County. I'm really happy we have him.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some other great people that the county has hired, and we'll do all that right after these messages.
Yes.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great health care for everyone.
Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is your hometown team for banking. We offer banking which is small town focused and customer based. We know you and we are for you. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is a nonprofit and federally insured. Solid as a Thunderbolt airplane, we are your team. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union, 1601 Cedar Street.
Hi, I'm Bob Millard, President of Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union. Come see us and experience banking as it used to be.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Welcome back to Around South Jersey. My special guest is Cumberland County Director of the Board of Chosen Commissioners, Jim Sauro. And Jim, we were talking about some of the new people that you also brought on board. I actually know the two, Kevin Spatiato, who is your county administrator now, great guy, and tell everybody who your public works director is going to be.
Matt Gormson. and he is. We interviewed him. He's impressive. I think he's going to do well in the position of Public Works Director. He's a former trooper. He worked for a company. I don't know if I could say it. Can I
Sure.
say it?
Yeah.
Okay. I get it. The South State. He worked for them. Was in charge of a crew. So he knows equipment. He knows roads. He knows administration. So I think he's going to be a good fit there. We're expecting great things from him. The advantage that he has is that our new business administrator, which is Kevin Smignato, he was the director of Public Works.
Yes, right,
you
which
see.
is nice, so you can help them.
So we tagged him to bring him up to business administration, being the BA. And he to me is going to be a perfect fit. Now, let's go back to Matt. Kevin is going to be able to help Matt.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Work him in.
Yeah.
And which is a great advantage for Matt, because Kevin, when he came in, he didn't have anybody.
Yeah.
But Kevin has been in construction for a lot of years. All right. And he knows contracts. And he knows how to negotiate. So that's why I believe Kevin's going to be a really great business administrator.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. He's smart.
Yeah.
I run a lot of stuff by him. We have our meetings together, and a lot of times it's me, Kevin, John Carr, who's our counsel.
Attorney.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes Paige is there, who's HR.
Right.
We have Kim Cottaspati.
Right.
She's the clerk to the board, but I picked her to be my not legislative aid, my aide, confidential aide. She's going to be helping me out.
Oh, she's great too. What a great lady.
She's good. She's going to keep me straight. I need somebody to keep me straight.
Well, I thought Sue did that.
Well, Sue does that too, but that's
two women keeping you straight.
That's outside the county. But inside the county, you have a lot of meetings. You have things that you have to respond to. Yeah. I like to respond to things quickly. I don't like things sitting. If there's a situation, I want it handled quickly. I don't want it to just sit there and get worse, is what it comes down to. So I have a tendency that if a situation comes up, we work on it immediately. So that's where Kim's going to be helping me out. So she does a great job doing that.
Yeah.
John Carr keeps me out of jail. He's our, what do you call it, our counsel.
Yeah.
He's chief counsel. And he's a great guy. And I can't say enough about our administration.
No,
I really mean
no.
that.
Everybody you mentioned, I agree with you, Jim. I know all of them,
Yeah.
actually, and they are all excellent people, work hard. And I know what you're saying, because like when I was the mayor of Millville, and you're sort of like the mayor of the county now,
Right.
You need your administrator, you need your CFO, you need the people that are there every single day doing everything, and you get input from them, and how can we help, and they give us ideas, which were great too.
Well, see, it takes a certain amount of the burden off of me, where, like we had a meeting today, okay? I think the meeting was about, I don't know, 2.5 hours that we had a meeting. And when the meeting was done, the agreement was, okay, Kevin, Paige is going to do this, Kevin, John are going to do this, John and Kim might be doing this. And I said, is everybody clear what has to be done? He said, yeah. Now I don't have to worry about that.
Exactly.
See, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
In other words, there's no feasible way one person can do everything.
Right. Exactly.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to get done right.
Yes.
You're going to miss something.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
So you need dependable individuals and smart people to. You turn around and say, okay, listen, can you handle? Yes. Can you handle this? Okay. Let's discuss this. We discuss everything. There's no surprises. All right. And I want to be as they talk about transparency publicly. You have to be transparent with your own people.
Sure.
Okay, with the other commissioners. You just can't do things on your own. All right. Now, of course, being the director, okay, I have a deputy director, Art Marchand. By the way, Art is just a great guy. He's smart. he's another one. He's legal. He's an attorney.
Yeah, exactly,
right?
which is wonderful to have.
So we could sit down and talk, and he'll give me his ideas and his views on a situation, and he's looking at it from a different area than I am.
Good point.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what does he do? He helps out a lot, and I try to get, as the director, you attend meetings like last second. Okay, so you might get a call that said, "Listen, we need to talk." So that means the rest of the commissioners don't know what's going on yet.
Yeah.
But it is your job to let them know.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't walk in and have them vote on things they don't know what they're talking about. You don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's called teamwork. All right, and I've been trying to push that, and it's like example liaisons.
Yeah.
Well, you were the liaison to Public Works, okay?
Yeah,
Now,
he was great. He was my co-liaison. He knew what he was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. So thank you, Jim.
no, well,
He covered me.
You were the liaison to Public Works. Now, let's say a citizen comes up to me. We're both on the board now.
Right.
A citizen comes up to me, and Commissioner, can you help me with this, and okay. Now, I have two ways to do this. I could just go to the Public Works Director saying, well, this person has a problem with a road. Can you go take care of it? I want you to go over there and take care of it.
Right.
Well, the Director of Public Works is not going to say no to me because...
You're the director.
Well, no, I mean,
I'm freeholder.
let's say I'm just a commissioner. I'm a commissioner, okay?
Right.
Well, he's not going to say no to a commissioner,
No, right,
okay?
yeah.
He's one of his bosses.
Yeah.
But let's say you were already working on a project to take care of something like that.
Yeah, good point.
Now, I just interfered.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I could screw everything
Yeah,
up.
not intentionally.
Okay. So what do? Somebody comes up to me. I'm not the liaison to Public Works. What do I do?
Yeah.
I go to you.
Right.
And I say, Jim, listen, so-and-so came to me. This is what we got. What do you want to do?
Right.
Now you know about it.
Exactly.
You see?
Yeah.
That's called respect for fellow commissioners. You're working with one another. You don't double up on something. And it makes things work well. And most of the commissioners do this, okay? And that's what's important, that we work together.
Yeah.
And working together, we're going to get through some, I'm going to tell you, this is going to be a challenging year. I'm not going to lie to anybody. This is going to be a challenging year. And we're going to have to get creative. And we're going to have to work with one another. And we have to stay as a team in order to make all this work. There's going to be changes. And we were talking about that off the air. There's going to be changes this year. And some people might like it, some people might not. But the point is, we're gonna do things a little different this year. I opened up communications again with the CCIA. Okay,
That's good.
I think it's very important. There seems like there was a little bit of a, I don't know, we'll say rift or whatever,
Yeah.
a little tension.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yes, good point.
There's a little bit of tension between the CCIA and the commissioners. Well, no. You have two entities working with the county, okay, the CCIA, Cumberland County Improvement Authority,
Right.
and the county commissioners. You can't have this tension between two entities that are very big entities, because who suffers? The people in the county suffer.
Right.
So I reached out to Jerry Velasquez,
Yep.
and I said, Jerry, I'd like to see all this end. And he looked at me and said, so would I.
Yep.
Well, this is called opening up communications. We sat down, we talked. We're going to have a meeting next week, okay? We're laying everything out. I'm going to tell him my ideas. He's going to tell me his ideas. I'm going to tell him drawbacks that I have,
Right.
okay, or questions about the CCIA. He's going to come out and tell me the questions he has with the county. Doing this, you get rid of all, there's a lot of hearsay. I don't like hearsay.
Yeah. No, that's what I like about you. Straight to the point. Let's talk.
Let's
settle.
talk.
Yeah.
And I had this conversation with a mayor, and I said to him, I said, look, you might not like what I'm going to tell you, but I'm going to tell you it's the truth. And I laid it out. And he looked at me and he said, you're right, it's not what I expected, but thank you for being truthful to me. And I really believe it. Just tell them the truth.
Yep.
And you know how they say it sets you free? You tell them the truth. And when you tell them the truth, now try to work it out.
Yeah.
Lay it out first, and now you can be able to work things out. If you don't tell them the truth, it's not going to work. And I really, truly want to work very closely with the CCIA. I have ideas. I know he has ideas. We have ideas for the city of Millville. There are things that are coming up.
Yep.
So we want to work together. I want to get this animosity stuff out of the way. You cannot move forward with it.
And Jim, you know what? I mean, you know how much I think the world of you. Jerry Velasquez, when I was the mayor of Millville, and then of course the Freeland, what he was able to do was amazing. And you know, the other person he's got who's fabulous is Kim Ayers. I mean, she was the one who helped Millville build the Arts District, bring in the town center, the shopping centers. She is, and that's one of his assistants that's there. So they're real good people. And Jerry is very creative. I mean, when you think about Millville Library, the Vinyl Police Department, and this made me feel good, Jim. When I was a freeholder, I was on the South Jersey Development Council.
Yeah,
and
South Jersey Development Council.
we'd have our meetings, and Will Morey was there, and Ben Laurie was there, and at one of the meetings, they both praised the Cumberland County Improvement Authority. I said, really? Oh, yeah. Jerry Velasquez came down, and it's at Route 9 and 47 in Rio Grande. They had a center was dilapidated. He put the whole plan together, went out, got all the bids for him, and they love it. It's beautiful. It's sort of county, private, and county things that are going on. And then Will Morey told me some of the things he was doing for Salem County. I thought, that's great. I'm very happy, and I'm proud of the Cumberland County Improvement Authority. It was our improvement authority. I'm thinking, geez, that's great. We're helping other counties, which, you know, the way he's able to put the deals together and the bids, and it saves a lot of time and effort and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I'm glad. I really am, because, you know, you're both good guys, and, you know, get whatever you need to do. And you're not bashful. You're going to tell him this is what I need. And, you know, he'll be cooperative, I'm sure. But, you know,
I said to him, what we're going to do is put both our names on a blackboard, and we're going to put things together, and we're going to make Cumberland County a great place to live. All right, it's a great place to live, but we want to make it better for the citizens of Cumberland County. Yeah. I want people that when somebody says to them, "Where do you live?" I want them to stand up straight, their head high. I live in Cumberland County. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Okay. And for too long, things haven't moved forward in this county, and I want that to stop. You know, I've said this before. I work in Washington Township. 17 miles away from where my business was on Delsey Drive. It was 17 miles from my front door to the front door of the administration building.
That's super.
Okay. Why do we do 2,300 permits a year in Washington Township?
Because they love you.
But the point I'm getting at is, why is this? They're on 55, we're on 55. Right. Millville's on 55.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yep.
And why did they stop here? The land down here is less money.
Absolutely.
Okay,
yeah,
that's the first thing.
Yeah.
Second thing, okay, not only do we have a lot of land and it's inexpensive, we have a workforce.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
It's the second thing. Third, we want to work with them.
Yeah.
Okay? The only thing is we're not getting that out. Okay? I want them to go that extra 17 miles.
Yep.
Now, we keep talking about, and I know we talked about this before, maybe some people that weren't watching at the time, but we got to get the airport rolling.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. There's a lot of stuff that's going on right now, and I really would like people to back up, calm down. Okay?
Yep.
There's stuff that's being said that isn't correct.
Thank you, Jim. I'm glad you picked that up.
Okay. I can't get into all of it right now. All I'm saying is to everybody in a leadership position, take a step back. Okay. Take a step back. I'd rather see some meetings be held, all right, with individuals Now, people can take this however they want. If they want leadership, I'm asking you to listen to me. All right? I'm asking you to take a step back, calm down. Let's put some meetings together, okay, with individuals, and let's work through this. Let's not be rash, okay, and make decisions that might not be good for the city of Millville or for Cumberland County. I'm going to stop there. That being said, all right, they want to see Nab Avenue go through.
Yeah.
Okay. Will Nab Avenue help the airport? To a certain degree. It will help.
Yeah.
All right. What will help Millville? When we've talked about this before, I talked about it when I was on the board back in 2000. All right. They laughed. All right. I'm going to push for this. All right. I want a bridge. We talked about this before.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
I want a bridge. I want it to go where we turn around. You get off at 55, you go down 49, you make a left on the Wade, you make that curve, you turn onto Orange Street, and you shoot that bad boy right across the river, and you get right into where? The airport. And the, what do you call it, Motorsports Speedway.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay?
Yep.
Now, you don't have to go through Center City.
Right.
You're coming off a 4-lane highway.
Exactly, Jim.
Okay?
Yep.
So, by the way, you're going through an industrial park that has a lot of land still.
Yep.
Okay?
So, yeah.
People have to start opening their eyes, okay, and open their minds. Think a little bit outside the box, and don't be so, fast in trying to crush an idea like that. And you know who I'm talking about.
I sure do.
Okay.
It's,
All right.
yep.
That can't be, it's not going to hurt anything. Okay? What it's going to do is help the economic, it's going to have an economic impact on this area. The people of Millville deserve it. The people of Cumberland County deserve it. Okay? We have a gem there, meaning the airport.
Yep.
Okay? It will open that up. You will have another, you'll have the industrial park that you're going to go through to get
Right.
to the bridge. Once you cross the bridge, you have another industrial park inside the airport area. Tell me that this is not a win situation.
Jimmy, we tried back in about the same time you were talking about. John McDonald was on our industrial commission, and I was the mayor, and we said exactly what you just said. And of course, a certain group of people, no. That's why, Jim, I tell you, talk about things that hurt. Larry Bathgate was a very big operative with the Republican Party, and really nice guy. So it's about 2000, 2001 or whatever. And I went up and met with him and had lunch with him in Cherry Hill. Here's what Larry wanted to do, folks. He wanted to build 955 and over homes at the Holly Farm, 100 a year for 9 years, and put in a golf course. And on top of that, he was going to, there was 1,300 acres he was going to buy, and 1,000 of those acres he was going to give back to the DEP.
Yes.
For that. But, oh, no, we can't have that. Nothing happened. And, Jimmy, think about the value of those 900 homes now today, which they'd all be done, probably with a $500,000 rateable base at least. No impact on the schools, no impact on the police, and they volunteer and help in the community. But we got nothing.
That's the thing. The stupidity and the ignorance, okay, of the individuals that stopped it, okay? And that's why I'm going to say it, right? You pray to have that kind of development because there's no, like you said, there's no impact on the police.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
You know what they do? They pay taxes.
Yes. Yeah.
They pay taxes.
Yeah.
Okay?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I just sat there when that went down the way it did. I just shook my head. I'm thinking, why would you do something so stupid and selfish to stop something like that? Well,
we want to save a tree frog, Jimmy. We're going to save a tree frog.
okay.
The heck with the 900 homes. You know, back in the 80s, I was a freeholder then, and we met at Morris River Township, and they were talking about widening Route 55, running it to the shore, 4 lanes. Mm-hmm. And the Millville Chamber of Commerce chairman at the time, Brian Tomlin, was sitting there, and I turned to him. I said, Brian, let me tell you what. That will never happen in our lifetime because of the people that stop progress. Oh, no. Yeah, we can't do that. We can't do it. And it's never going to happen. And it's like, come on, folks. Can you stop being so, fanatical about, oh, my God, no, we can't do this. There are in fact, Jimmy, I just lost in the city of Millville. I brought a company called Railing Dynamics in. They love Millville, love Cumberland County. They were renting a place on 10th Street in Millville. Well, Durand had land next to them in the Millville Industrial Park, Jimmy.
Remember, we the county. Remember, we were on the board together. The county put up money for the attorney.
Yes, yeah,
remember?
That's true. Yes, I do. Yeah, that's right. We were, and that went down again in the Millville Industrial Park. It's been the industrial park my entire life. All of a sudden, that parcel of land, and I won't get into who sold it to Durand, but Durand bought it for $750,000, and then Durand ended up selling it to the DEP for $360 or whatever, and it's sitting and it'll never be utilized, and that's what hurts, Jim. And what you're saying, my God, that bridge thing, super idea. We talked about it, but because of the people that.
Well, here's a good one for you. When I was on the board, I'm trying to remember when. It had to be early on, 2000. Maybe it was when I was director. We took a boat ride from Silverton.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
And we went down to the Marsh River Bridge.
Right.
Okay. And we had on the ship an individual who was an expert in the birds of prey. So as we were approaching the bridge in Marshtown, I went like this. Look at that bridge. Doesn't that bridge hurt the eagles and the birds of prey? The guy looked at me and went, no. I said, what do you mean? All the cars that are there, isn't that destroy the eagle? No. He said, they actually might put a nest under there. He said, they've been known to be in Atlantic City. He says, what hurts the bird of prey is he turned around and he went like this. All of that. See that? See how open it is? Yeah. Don't take that away. Make sure it stays open. That's all you need. They don't fly in the woods to look for things. They need open area.
Marsh area.
Okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Could be fields, it could be anything. It has to be open.
Right.
Okay. He says, no bridge is going to hurt a bird of prey. Forget about it.
Well, that's good. Then we could put the bridge
there
in.
You go. That's the point I'm getting at. Okay, so don't fight it and say it has to do with you're going to hurt the bird of prey, because that's bull. Okay, I'm telling you, we get that bridge over that river, all right, from Orange Street.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
You will open up the airport.
Yep.
You will open up the two industrial parks.
Yep.
You will have more people going to the, Motorsports Speedway.
Yes.
Okay?
Yep.
It will open up Millville. When I have said this so many times, when a city does better, the whole county does better.
Yes. And thank God the City of Island's doing very well.
They're doing well.
They'll open the county.
Now, you're going to see downtownship.
Yeah, that's going well, too.
When you're looking at the sewer treatment plant,
right,
or the wastewater treatment plant that's being built down there, okay? Already land is starting to go up.
Doubling, Jim. The prices,
okay.
Absolutely. Yep. People
we were told
the
that there was two people. I don't know. Now this is hearsay. Maybe I shouldn't. Well, we were just told that there was two people that are interested in building up hotels.
Yeah, a friend of mine is interested in doing something too.
Okay.
It's not the hotels, because first I thought that, but he's going to build some condominiums.
Right.
3-story, right on the water.
Right on the water.
Yeah, I mean, and that's
it's the other Jersey Shore.
Exactly, Jimmy. And I was saying a month or two ago, a couple months ago, I was at Hotel Charlesworth, and I'm sitting there, and as Jim said, we've always tried to promote. We are the other Jersey Shore.
Right.
We've got the water and Fortescue.
Did you ever see the sunsets there?
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah, at the Hotel Charlesworth.
Hotel Charlesworth.
And so these two people came in and were sitting next to me, and they were from Wayne, New Jersey, Passaic County, way up there. And they said, we wanted to come see the other Jersey Shore. I said, oh my God, thank you. And what they said was they had heard about Fortescue, and they did a day. They went to the airport museum and saw that, but they were going on the Mirror Wall the next day. They were staying at the Hotel Charlesworth and spending money there. And that's, Jimmy, that's the message, as you said, we need to get out to people from all over.
He did a great job on that, Charles.
Boy, didn't he? Oh my God, I love him. Sybil is the man.
Sybil.
We're going to take a break. Jim Sauro and I think we could talk for 4 hours, but
probably
we'll be back with more, talking to the director right after these messages.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
C&H Disposal Service has provided customers with the best customer service possible since 1981. C&H Disposal Service provides trash removal, dumpster rentals, septic cleaning, repair and installation, septic system certifications, portable restroom rentals, and demolition. With great customer service and competitive pricing, C&H Disposal Service has you covered at the home and on the job. C&H Disposal Service. Stick with the best.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
Hi folks, Joe Namath here. And if you're having a hard time hearing, call MD Hearing, because they changed my life and they can change yours too. I was wearing expensive hearing aids for years until a good friend of mine told me about MD Hearing. I bought a pair of the hearing aids with no doctor visit, no prescription, and no hassle. I got fitted right over the phone, and I've never had a better pair of hearing aids. I'm even wearing them right now.
Call now and get 2 rechargeable Neo hearing aids for just $297 with a free portable charging case and free shipping. The rechargeable Neo is nearly invisible with its tiny in-the-air canal design, and you can get 2 rechargeable Neo hearing aids with a 45-day risk-free trial, free shipping, and free lifetime U.S.-based support for only $297.
Call my friends at MD Hearing and get the over-the-counter hearing aids that I use for you.
Call 855-993-1930.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Welcome back to Around South Jersey. My special guest is the Cumberland County Commission Director, Jim Sauro. And Jim, we were talking about that great idea of the bridge going in to the area. Yeah. And the other factor is, too, a friend of mine. Oh, we were talking about Township.
Township, yeah, Fortescue.
And a friend of mine who owns property down there is probably the one going to build the condominiums. But he has been very, very successful with several different things, housing type things he's done in Cumberland County. And in fact, he's up with my cousin Joe Baruffi now doing the same thing in Buena Borough. But he has a lot of land, like if you came over the bridge we're talking about, that's across from the airport, like 100 and some acres or something. Okay. And I'm sure with his background, he would love to, get buildings going, like you talked about. The availability of getting to that area is the key. I mean, Vineland Industrial Park's full.
Yes, they are.
And again, what helps is they have 4-lane highway there, 55. But like Jim's talking about, take from the Millville Industrial Park, take it over to the airport area, you bring it over, the Morris River, then that gives you lots of opportunities. And Jim, you know and I know the whole key to what makes government, and let me tell you, Jim works really, really hard, as do the commissioners, as did I when I was there, because we don't have the rateable base. We have to squeeze every dime we have. Yeah. Cape May County's rateable base. Ocean City has more ratables than the entire county of Cumberland. And now, even Sea Isle City does. The average home in Sea Isle City is $1.6 million. And again, there's really no input because they're seasonal and that type of stuff. So, but
the tax money keeps going in?
Yeah, exactly, Jimmy.
I don't care how you look at it.
That's why we need ratables in the county of Cumberland to help you guys stabilize, which I know you try really hard to do, the tax rate for the county, taxpayers. So the more we can do, Jim, the more. And I'm glad. I know you're persistent and you're going to work at it, and you got some good people with you, and that's going to be really good.
I do. But you talked about the base. Back in 2002, all right, talking to our CFO, and I said, well, how much money do we get if you raise taxes a penny? And this is back then, and $800,000. I say, so in other words, if you raise taxes 1 penny, you get, in Cumberland County, you get $800,000. That's it.
Yeah.
Ocean County, I believe it's over $1.5 million.
Sure.
Okay.
Double. Yeah.
Today, I had asked a couple months ago. I had asked. Well, we were talking, and I happened to be with the former CFO of Cumberland County. I says, yeah, well, back when I was a freeholder, it was we raised it, we got $800,000. What is it now? He says, oh, it's not much more.
And that's sad.
I went,
yeah.
What do you mean it's not that
20
much?
years
it's 20
later.
It's
right?
23 years
Yeah,
later. How is
right.
it not more? He said we get $880,000.
That's
okay?
sad. My God.
So when I tell you, we literally watch almost every dime we spend.
Yeah.
Okay. This year will be especially that way, where we watch. As I said, that our new CFO is coming up with some really great ideas. But we're going to work hard. We're going to have to work very, very hard at this. So when you talk about tax ratables, one of the other things, I had talked to a couple other people about this. You give me the money and have it so I can put water and sewer in a lot of different areas.
Oh, God, yeah.
Do you realize what we could do?
Well, Jimmy, you just mentioned with Fortescue.
Right, with Fortescue.
The property values doubled, folks, because they have sewer. And, of course,
so,
they've got a
now,
great location.
We've been having meetings, okay? And I don't want people to think I'm making promises. We have individuals who love to make promises and tell people glorious things. And I'm not that type of person. If you're looking for that type of person, don't look at me, go find somebody else. We're looking at seeing how or where we can expand sewage, or
Right, yes.
for housing, okay, in different areas of the county. We're working at it. Will it happen tomorrow? No, it's not going to happen tomorrow. I'll tell you that right now. Is it going to happen at the end of the year? No. But you have to start somewhere, and you have to start formulating a plan in order to do that. Now, let's face it, being in the plumbing business, I kind of have an idea of what's going to happen or what you need to do. I really do believe that there's places that we can bring sewer, okay? But it's not going to be easy. Now, to do that, of course, we're going to be trying to get grant money,
Sure.
federal help, okay? This is where we'll go to the congressman and see if Congressman Jeff Van Drew can help us out. And you know how hard he works
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
for this area. The man is just relentless.
Yeah.
You just got to have a lot of respect for him for how hard he works. Our state senator, Senator Testa.
Great guy.
Great guy. He's hardworking.
Yeah.
He is a force that the state of New Jersey has to deal with now. Okay? This is how far he has progressed in the state. You say his name, people know him.
Yeah.
Okay? So, we're going to be looking to Senator Testa. Look, I tapped Senator Testa on a number of different occasions to help us out, and he hasn't failed us yet. So he's going to get more phone calls, believe me when I tell you. So the point I'm getting at, he's there, okay, along with his legislative team,
right?
Okay, Eric Simonson and Antoine McClellan. They take care of the first legislative district. Okay, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we need is we're going to need their help. We're going to need the congressman's help, all right, to formulate this. But we already are talking about this, all right, with different entities on how we can do this. As I said, is it going to happen right away? No, but it's going to start. All right, we're putting the plan together. Now, you can't start anywhere without a plan. And we're already looking at, what are the cost factors? How are we going to run this? What areas can we run it? Okay, what are the most efficient ways to run it in order to impact as many people as possible? There's a lot of questions that we have to get answers to. As I said, we have individuals that are working on it right now.
That's super.
So hopefully this will come. But again, no promises. We're working on it. We're going to see which way we're going to go. I'm not just blowing smoke out there. It is happening, and hopefully we can get this squared away.
Jim, I mean, folks, what you see is what I like so much about Jim. He doesn't pull punches. We're going to do it. We're going to work at it. He, really puts an awful lot of effort in it. I go back to the time when he and I were both co-liaisons as far as I was concerned, the Public Works Department. And Jim has the background with plumbing and all that kind of stuff. And, I go out and I've taught school. So what background do I have? Students, maybe. But, there was what was it, Jim, the Sleuth Gate or something?
Out near Greenwich,
yes,
I think
it was.
Yeah.
And like I'm looking at it, and Jim goes, "Oh yeah, boom, 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 boom." I'm going, okay, sounds good to me. So
John Knoop was there.
Yes, he was.
John.
That's right. He's a county.
John was John's a great guy. He really is. I really liked working with John.
Yeah.
I started working with John when he was with Millville.
Yes,
if you remember,
you
were
mayor.
My
engineer. Yeah,
yeah, you were mayor at the time.
Yeah.
And I always liked working with John. Smart guy.
Yeah,
smart
good
guy.
guy.
And we stole him from Millville.
Yep.
And we got him to be public works director at the county.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
and engineering and public
he more
works,
or less had to rebuild the public works department. But he great guy.
Yeah.
I enjoyed working with him.
Yeah.
And what was nice is that he was an engineer.
Yes, exactly.
Okay?
Yeah.
And he knew what he was talking about. And
Well, you know where he is now?
No.
I got to tell you, the big story making Action News is John Knoop is John Ruga's right-hand man as the engineer for
that's right.
Northeast Precast.
That's right.
And Jimmy and I didn't talk about Mike Trout's golf tournament or golf course and all that kind of stuff. And I got to try to get John on because I don't know if people heard about the Rocap Shannon Funeral Home being torn down. Well, John did that because John owns the bank at High and Sassafras, and the word I hear is it's going to be an upscale restaurant. And I know Phil Van Emden, who volunteers at the Leeway Theater, is thrilled because Millville doesn't have Winfields anymore.
Right.
And this would be great because he said a lot of people come, where do I go to get real fine dining? And that would be a wonderful thing. And John Ruga, he and Lori, his wife, are so generous and so wonderful at donating.
They're great people.
Aren't they?
They really are great people.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I mean, not only are they great people, he's very smart. He's very business-minded, okay?
Yeah.
He's very successful, all right?
Yeah. Jimmy, I brought him. I was the mayor when he opened his business in Millville.
Yeah.
Superior Walls. Yeah. I'm looking like, wow, this is pretty cool. I never thought of the concept.
He's all over. He's
yes,
very
he
instrumental in the golf course.
Yeah.
We finished, I believe we finished. I don't know whether you want to call it a bridge or a tunnel.
Oh, that's
under
right, under Hansbridge Road.
Okay.
That's cool for the golf carts.
So
yes.
that's
neat.
for the
I
golf
forgot about
carts,
that.
so you can get around, so traffic doesn't
That's a great
affect the
Yes.
golfers.
Yeah.
They're moving from what I understand, they're moving very well with the golf course. I think they're
next spring, I think, is when they're looking to open.
okay. I thought it was October.
Well,
but if you say next spring, maybe I'm wrong.
But I have one of my buddies. He got a membership, and another friend of mine got 2 memberships. Now, you know they have to have a little money to get a membership.
Oh,
Jimmy and I aren't going to be getting the membership.
Nah, I don't think
Not
so.
on what he gets from the county commissioner's money. And, you know, believe me.
We are the lowest paid commissioners. I just want everybody
Jimmy,
to know we're the lowest paid commissioners
they are.
in the state of New Jersey.
And let me tell you, if it wasn't for Jim Quinn, they'd still be at 15,000.
Yes.
I said it was comical.
Wait, do you remember my last meeting?
Oh, that's right.
I went like this.
Yeah.
Listen, if you want, I'll put up the resolution, okay? Because I'm done. I'll put up the resolution. You guys did it then.
We did, yeah. It was my point. George Castellini seconded it. And it was, like you said, it's crazy. We were the lowest. When I first got on the freeholder board, it was 8,000. And I was director. I got it up to 15. And now it's 22. Right?
Yeah.
And
what? Director gets 1,000 more.
Well, you deserve 2,000. You should get 24. I'll put a resolution in for that, Jim.
I get 1,000 more for being director. You know, it's very.
Yeah, well, and let me tell you, you earned 1,000 and then some. Jim, thanks, man, for coming in.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I enjoy it. I really do. I hope the people enjoyed it.
I hope so too, because I always love having Jim here. It's great to have you, buddy. Tell Sue I said hello.
I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Around South Jersey. My special guest has been Cumberland County Commission Director Jim Sauro, and for George Cuccia, my producer, I'm Jim Quinn. Have a great night. Take care. Bye-bye.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.